Hi, I want to cover some tips on traversing the fretboard in open position. Now that sounds fancy, but I'm really just talking about moving between strings in the open position. Let's check it out. Okay. Some of the more daunting things when you first start learning guitar is being aware of the notes in the fretboard while you are moving across them. Now, of course, there are ways around this, but knowing the notes as you move across the frets makes it much more substantial in your mind to recognize these patterns long term. Okay? The best thing I can recommend is to look at these as a series of either intervals, or you can look at them as if they were your scale that you already know, and breaking them up into segments. And we can look at them per string. For example, we have our C scale: C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Okay. Now, every interval that we really need to pay attention to exists within that scale. So it's good practice between strings to recognize these intervals. So for example, if I were to do the first 5 notes, okay, I have the second interval, the third, the fourth, and the fifth. And any combination of that between these notes, but for now we're just going to stick with the root C and then each interval up from it. So first I'm just going to start with the first 5, C, D, E, F, G. Remember that G is the open string. So first you can just cover the intervals by step. You can cover them by thirds. So if we're going by thirds, that means we skip every other note. So we go C, skip D, E, skip F, G. And we can actually repeat this if we want to go through the rest of the scale. If we want to do C, E, and I'll just stick with thirds. D, F, E, G, F, A. I'm going to keep this going until I hit C. This is G, B, then A, C. Not too bad. That's just thirds. We can look at them in fourths. C, F, D, G, E, A, F. F and B are the one exception. If you count up 4 notes from F, you will get B, but the distance is actually not a true fourth. And then there's also G and C. Notice how the shapes change when we're between the G and the B string. Right, there's an offset of 1 fret. And of course you can go by fifth, but then we'll start moving outside of our actual scale, which isn't a bad thing, but that's not what we're trying to do right now. Experiment with these different intervals. Go 3 notes at a time, right? And just keep experimenting with them until you get a good visual understanding of the notes and the patterns in the open position. Good luck.